Hey, what's going on, guys? Chalker. Welcome to the HQ. I've been seeing a lot of you guys put on these videos of like where you're showing your stuff, but you're not kind of talking about it or going over it. So I figured right now would be a good time for us to like share like our little stories and our little like collections of oddities that we have. So I figured I'll start it off and do it. So yeah, HQ headquarters. It's where we hang out, drink 40s, watch skate videos, talk, whatever. You know the deal. It's your spot. So yeah, let's start. We'll start up here at the top. We got a Jason Adams board up there. Elephant brand, Punk Point, Slappy Hour. Stupid ass traded some Thrasher skate rock cassettes for it, which I wish I wouldn't have, but whatever. It's still a sick board. Got a Vision Ripper. It's from the 80s. I bought it for like $5. They were getting rid of them in the 90s because nobody wanted an 80s board, and I thought it was cool to have something nostalgic to have. Oak, One Ugly Looking Kid. My buddies made that. Sam and Matt. That was their little company for like a hot second. This one right here, Brian Gaberman made. One of his photo series. So it was my birthday. He hooked it up. I did some work on this house with some windows. And this one right here is sick. It's my buddy Jeff Henderson. Leo made a board with him on it. Ed Templeton. Always forget this guy's name. World's best dad on the Insta-Lane. Cool little toy machine gold chain from the early 90s, and everybody's rocking chains like Trainwreck. This one's sick. Tony Trujillo rocking van. It's van life is the best life. Everybody knows that. Mike Russick, when he first started to go pro, we all got to chip in and paint some boards for him to help from some social awareness. So this is the one I made on it. If you flip it over, it's got the little story and everything. Every year we have a skateboard jam for my buddy Tony Eviant that passed away. My buddy Ian painted this one. John Lone had a bid on it. I came in and bid $1 more and took it home. Sorry, John. Had to go in the garage. Brotherhood Board Shop is my local board shop. My buddy Marlon painted this. It's got all the rad stuff that's around Santa Rosa in here, like a postcard. It's pretty rad. My buddy Brian and I decided to do, well, Brian more than me decided to do this thing called Mummy Fart. It's pretty funny. Russick's a part of it, Loach, a bunch of other dudes, but it's a bunch of old farts, mummy farts. So yeah, I got a bro model out of the deal. Brian thought it'd be funny to make one for me, and that's what we came up with. Another shop board. My buddy's name is Austin Funk. They thought it'd be a rad parody to do a funking Austin instead of a fucking awesome parody. Funking funk. All right. My buddy Blair, Tom, Walt. He painted this little deck, hand screened. Little cruiser board to go to the beach and all that stuff. The Wicked Woody. We used to have this punk rock house called The Crappy in Ukiah. This was our beer runner for many years. I kept it, so anybody's looking for it, it's here. This little skateboard here, this is what my mom got me when, you know, I was a little tyke and I didn't know what skateboarding was. And so, yeah, whatever the hardware store, whatever it was, that's just what it was. It's always been there. My brothers rode it and I rode it. So it's kind of my very first skateboard, but not my first skateboard. If we cruise up here, you can see Anti-Hero. It's got like a cutout skateboard. It's a sign. We got a Tony Trujillo. I don't have his original. I wish I did. Skated those things away. We got his right here. We got his first shoe. Some other prototypes up here. Got some random skate hats. When I rode from 1984, I got one of those. Mummy Fart stuff. The Our Life Pea Stone Liquor Run, dude. This one's sick. Rest in peace to the homie. This one's hilarious. Alfonso Rawls, I don't know where he found this photo of me doing a frontside wall ride that my buddy Brian made in the Office Space. Photoshopped the guy in there, and then boom, somehow I was on a t-shirt and I didn't even know. JFA board, Jodie Foster's Army. The dude gave this to me. He was like, hey, there's an old board in my house. Do you want it? Okay. Well, on top of all this, it had a bunch of like stickers and Trapper Keeper looking garbage. So I peeled it all off and found me a JFA board. Pretty sweet. Go down here. We got a bunch of old random boards. I'll turn into something someday. We got the PBR Anti-Hero board. It's pretty sick. PBR Santa Cruz board. Rob Roscop, I had to get that. Scum Skates. It's 6-pack, you know, Hams Bear. Got the anti-hero Brian Anderson. Welcome, dude. So sick to have that guy on there. Watching his old toy machine footage. Night Hammer, another sick one, dude, from Grimple Sticks. Half, you know, Hammerhead and half Nightmare, Mark Lake board. Then we got the Rocky Dennis. These sick little cutouts here. Anti-hero always coming through with like the sickest shit ever. We got another rad one right here, the Geese. Rest in peace, Geese. Got a Ron Chapman 60/40 board. Down here we got, you know, the Jeff Grosso, you know, Lovers board. I had to keep that one. There's another, I think that might be Hewitt's board. My buddy Brian did a series for Blood Wizard. Some wizardy type stuff. I got one of my shoes there. Mike Russick's his retirement model, which was his first pro model. My buddy Stefan did the graphics, so Mike gave that to me. It was very nice for my birthday. We'll just go over here. I was doing an 80s project, and this is the board I rode. It was Jeff Kendall. Found this at a Goodwill. It was like $5. So I picked it up. It was undrilled, so I decided to drill it, which probably made it worthless, but what do I care? I just wanted to ride it. It's from the 70s. Matt Hensley, I never had one of his boards, but when Black Label put it out, I bought it, broke it. So it sits on my wall. I never got rid of it. Then when I got my Mark Gonzalez tattoo, my buddy Aaron was like, hey dude, you got a Mark Gonzalez board? And I was like, nah. He's like, all right, happy birthday, here's one. My little brother Dustin, this is his mini Hosoi Hammerhead. Pretty sick. Still got like an original Airwalk sticker on there. I had a couple of these. It's like the street version of whatever Hosoi's board he was making, but this is like the new version with a nose. Super fun to ride. The Hosoi Hammerhead was my second board I ever owned. This thing is super good. I had to have one for here just for nostalgia. And if once I learned about your board kind of being in a good shape to skate in the street, I always went to Guerrero. I rode one of these when I lived in Oklahoma, but this is a mini one that my buddy had and gave to my kid. My kid didn't want it, so I put it on the wall. Let's see, we went all down here. Did we get over here to these are probably my two favorite boards in here. It's my buddy Tony Evianth, Dirty 30s trip. My buddy Brian shot this photo. This is one that he put together to raise money for him after he passed. And this, on that particular trip, was the board that he rode. And then later on, after he passed away, some kid was skating it at the park. And I said, hey, dude, can I trade you my board for that board? And he was like, yeah. So I got his original rider from that trip. Over here, we got like a bunch of different wheels, bones, Hosoi prototypes. We got some T-bones. This one's one of my favorites. My buddy found it working for the garbage company in the landfill, pushing the big bulldozer around. And he's like, dude, that looks like a skateboard wheel. OJ2. It's like this wheel to ride in the 80s. It was so sick. Got some original OJs from the 70s. Hosoi when he rode for, Spitfire. Tony Trujillo's wheel. Naked lady on a cross, upside down cross. Probably not going to find that one anywhere. Crooked Yo-Yo. We got the bird, to get up the curbs. Hang-ups from the 80s. We got like sick little indie Cooper here. If you don't know what Coopers are, you can maybe Google them. They might know. And then we'll get up here. Bruicidal Tendencies. Got the little bottle opener here. Autographed by Stu Graham. Creature board, Sam Hits. Had to have it for a beer runner, but I never actually put it together. Other beer runner, customized one my buddy made for me, Jack Graydon. It's got a 40 alligator kind of crazy thing, drinking a 40 since we drink 40s here on Fridays. USSR, United Scumbags of Santa Rosa. I kind of had this idea for a while. My buddy Joey made it into a board for the homies. So that's the one I saved for myself. My buddy Mike Russick did this graphic. It's hilarious. It looks sick, but it says thank you scab boarding on it, not skateboarding. This is for a shop here called Revolution. Ryan Smith, if you haven't seen him in RDS 2002, RDS FSU is pretty sick, but this is mystery board, Gigi Allen. Gigi Allen is just the weird anomaly that I don't understand. Creature Surf Club, I love this one because basically it's skating comes with surfing, and this dude's like cutting off hands off some other surfers, hilarious. Sam Hits, Hacksaw board, it's got the cutouts and everything. Buddy Jeff gave it to me. Tried to get on a plane with it. They almost said no because they thought it was a weapon. We got more Gigi Allen here. There was a company here in Santa Rosa called Scary Kid. My buddy Brian did this graphic here, and I rode for him, and I did this graphic, which I love punk rock, so I did the Dead Kennedys, kind of rip off, and then after that, some other people did it. Mike Giant, love his artwork, super good. This one's another one of my favorites. We Ride at Night, Jay Howell. Everybody loves Jay Howell from Bob's Burgers and Sanjay and Craig, throwback. Yeah, that one's a sick one, dude. I don't know if too many people have that one. It's pretty rad. We got some original Rector knee pads, some other custom cutout boards I made for cruisers. We got some old Gullwing Pro 3s here with some Sims wheels, Thunder trucks, Spitfire, Spitballs, Screwballs, some old AFI stuff if you know that band. So yeah, you go over here. We got Dave Marchand, aka Davey Havoc. Buddy Tones from Fear. So all this shit is kind of like growing up in your bedroom. It's just a bunch of random shit you hang on your walls to stoke you out. Day One Song Autograph, Skater of the Year, Silas Skater of the Year, some old Bones Brigade shit. What else we got? A bunch of random beer shit. We got Randy Bear's Pro Wheel right here. Still in the jar. We got old cassette tapes, paint, all that stuff you kind of got to have as a necessity. More beer shit. It's me and Tony were in Trans World back when it came out. The Slam heard around the world, and my balls are got a big flash coming out of them. 1986, I won a skate contest. No, well, I didn't win it. I got third place pushing Mongo, which is terrible, but I don't understand. More beer shit. Got Debo right here. Got his autograph. We got Lemmy here. We got a little G.G. Allen. We got some Jack Daniels bottles here. We drink for Lemmy, his day of birth and his day of death. Keep that for him. What else? We got some Death Row records, shot glasses, other PBR shit. We got Eazy-E. We got Lemmy. Got more G.G. Allen. Some random T-shirt shit up here. So every place got to have beer fridge. You got to have your Video 8 for your old tapes that all your homies had in the 90s. DVD, VHS, stereo, records. That way you can play all your fucking tunes. Then you got to have this. This is the piece de resistance. Up in here, we got, look at all these. We got videos, we got VHS, we got DVDs, we got all kinds of shit up in there. So play with all that stuff, watch videos. Over here on this wall, we got some Stonage here telling us what we should be doing and how to live life. Got this for a couple bucks at Scholastic Book Fair when I was a little dude. Christian Soy, one of my favorite skaters. PVC coping, sick looking, stylish as ever. Some original Gordon and Smith from the 80s. Some stickers here. We got some random shit, Van Wolf's 40 ounce Friday stuff, Jerry only. Yeah, indie shit. Let's see what else we got over here. We got little riders for whatever mood I'm in. This thing right here is hilarious. I heard a tale in the 90s when I moved back to California that guys were cutting off their noses because they didn't like this shit. So they wanted to still have the pig shapes and whatever. They didn't want to go into the new stuff. And I thought it was a fairy tale until I found this in a garbage somewhere. And it had those old trucks and wheels over there on it. And it actually had the nose cut off. And I was like, holy shit, it's real. People actually did it. This is an original Alien Workshop Steve Clare board. Totally worthless. But to me, it's awesome because now the tale that I heard is true. Because dudes are really cutting that shit off. Hisoy had a company called Focus back in the day. You probably heard it on his documentary. They made snowboards too. I was lucky enough to get one of these awesome Black Flag snowboards. I don't even know if anybody else has one. Still no one I've ever seen. So, and I love Black Flag. I cruise over here. This is kind of like the beer stuff. Up there you got the Blader Hater type board from Scum. That thing's pretty sick, the Pitchfork. When I turned 40, my buddy Marlon painted me this board. It's got 40/40s on it. It's kind of funny. Another 40-ounce board from Brotherhood Board Shop. Chris Miglio, my buddy, made me this one. It's got a 40 shape. Will Newman made this one, Tall Can Tuesdays. And my buddy Safe made another one that's got some shit in there. Have you seen him? Classic. This thing's Crazy Chick, my buddy Ian gave me. It's got a Big Brother magazine. And then, yeah, I mean, that's about it. Fucking rat shit and other support skate shop. But yeah, this is my HQ headquarters. Did we miss anything on the ceiling? Anthony Van Engelen, Sody. You got my old Hosoi shirt from the 80s. It's pretty rad. I got fucktards. I got a copy of the sleeve, but I don't have the actual thing. Some more PBR shit my buddy Eric gave me. This one's rad if you come back up here. Tony Hawk. I found this in Pennsylvania at the Goodwill for like a couple bucks. And then I sent it to my buddy Tony Evans when he worked for Birdhouse. And Tony Hawk signed it in 1997. And then I still had some old stubby shorts from that same time. And these are like my original sweatpants from when I was a kid and skating in the 80s with all that Powell garb. But yeah, you know, got Jeff Grosso's Tinder photo on a t-shirt. Young Ones, one of my favorite TV shows. Got Boys in the Hood up here, Wayne and Garth, Kiss, Ren and Stimpy, old punk rock belts, old trucks. Yeah, that's about it, man. We got magazines. Well, I guess we probably should end it on this. First magazine that I ever got was this Thrasher right here, and the first real skateboard I ever got. This might be one of my most prized possessions in here, even though it's probably worthless to everybody. But March 1987, I got a Mark Gator Rogowski board, and I've been on the hunt for it ever since. I don't care what condition it's in, but yeah, Jeff Phillips cover, 1987. From this to all this shit. All right, guys. Well, hey, hopefully you got some rad shit to show me too, and I'll can't wait to see what you guys put up. Cheers.